On behalf of Delphix and Carahsoft, we would like to welcome you to today's podcast, focused on accelerating CI/CD cycles with programmable data infrastructure, where Aaron Jensen, the Senior Solutions Engineer at Delphix, and Arif Haji, the Principal Solutions Engineer at Delphix, will discuss how a programmable data infrastructure ensures that test data can keep pace with high-velocity development and improve development productivity.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on accelerating CI/CD cycles with programmable data infrastructure. I am Aaron Jensen, a Senior Solutions Engineering Manager at Delphix. I've been with Delphix for a couple of years. And before Delphix, I was a customer of Delphix, implemented Delphix and saw a pretty transformational change to our organization when I put that in place. And so I decided to join Delphix and help other customers and companies see the value, and I am grateful to be here today. And I'm joined by Arif. Arif, do you want to introduce yourself for us?
Thanks, Aaron. Arif Haji, Principal Solution Engineer here at Delphix. Come from the application development data space for the last 20 years. So I've kind of gone through the cycles of, waterfall to agile to CI/CD, and looking forward to today.
So here's our agenda for today. What we want to dive through and cover. We'll start out by talking about CI/CD benefits and some of the challenges that companies face making the move to CI/CD. More specifically, we'll dive into data bottlenecks and how those data bottlenecks are holding back your CI/CD pipelines and your development speed. And we'll talk about how Delphix addresses those challenges and how we can help you accelerate your development speed and quality using Delphix. We'll talk about how we add data agility to app dev teams, give you a little more about the complete benefits for DevOps teams and what you get by implementing Delphix. We will talk about Delphix under the hood, give a little bit of an overview of the screens and how it works. And then we'll close out with some customer use cases and examples of how customers have leveraged Delphix in the wild. With that, I will dive in, and you have probably seen this before. This is from the State of DevOps report, and it's the what I call the value of DevOps slide that really sort of explains the difference between customers who have made the investment and gone through the learning curve and are mature in their DevOps processes compared to those that are not mature. So the real benefits here are they deploy 208 times more frequently. They are 106 times faster in their lead time from commit to deploy, 2,604 times faster time to recovery from incidents. They're producing more, and they're also recovering from incidents faster, and they have a 7% or 7 times lower change rate. Changes are 1/7 as likely to fail when they're using DevOps. And again, it's all about breaking down those dev cycles and the coding into more finite deliverables. And those finite deliverables, those finite deployments are much more likely to succeed because there's not a whole bunch of interdependency bundled up, and it's not, the entire IT department is waiting for this one massive deployment to happen, twice a year and all the potential problems to that, right? But it's really about this cycle time of feeding through independent changes and managing the change more rapidly. One of the big challenges to doing this is really the data and the test beds and the cycle, right? And so we have companies that are in this 1-year release cycle where there's these big development pushes and then huge testing pushes that happen for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then the deployment testing and the lockdown of everything and the deployment. And over the years, we've matured to Agile, which is, hey, let's do these 2-week or 2-month or 1-month sprints, and let's make our changes smaller. But that requires more test beds and more agility in how you work those those releases through your pipeline. And then with CI/CD, we're really talking about accelerating that to a almost a release per backlog item or a release per change.